Hey everybody, Brad C here. Today we're looking at the old Beaver Gunsmith springs, and these are going to lighten the trigger pull, and these are specifically for the Thompson Center rifles. I got every one of these for $160 out the door. I'll put links in the description to show you how I did it. Now I plan on selling the 270. I'm going to switch out the scope. I want my better scope on the one I'm keeping here, the 22-250, and I'm also going to try a target spring in that 22-250. Old Beaver Gunsmith sent me out one of their target springs to try in one of the guns, and he suggested the 22-250. The 308, I actually can shoot surplus ammo with this, so I can really save on cost. Now this is the Bushnell Engage scope. I'll put links in the description to a video where I am cracking steel at 444 yards with this baby, which for me is pretty darn good. Now just in case you're interested, I'll put links in the description to the Tactical Sharpshooter's pouch, the Backbone Sling by Tough Grid Paracord, the Bushnell Engage scope, the Mildot Master's card that's hidden back in here, and the Readyman first aid kit inside of here, and these shooting bags from Wiebad. We're going to begin by testing the 308, and we're going to use our Wheeler trigger gauge, and I believe it's going to be about 6 pounds, actually 6.5 pounds, 6 and just a little bit below the half mark, so about 6.5 pounds. 6.5. Okay, now let's try the 270. Wow, 7.5. Wow, that's a heavy trigger. Just a hair over 7. And about 7.5. Okay, this is the 22-250. Just a hair over 7. And just a hair, well, almost. Yeah, about 7.25. Okay, the factory results are in. The 308 in the middle was about 6 to 6.5 pounds, and then these on the outside, the 22-250 and the 270, were both about 7.25 to 7.5 pound trigger pull. So let's see if we can lower that down a little bit. Now here we see the factory trigger spring removed, and as I squeeze that down, I pretty much can't squeeze that at all. And here is the old Beaver Gunsmith spring. And I'm not going to push my luck here or anything, but I can see that it's obviously more flexible. So let's install it and see what it does. Now my father-in-law showed me a good tip here to get your starting to sight in the gun here. If you can look down the actual barrel itself and see your target, and then look up in the scope and see if it's in there, then you can start actually trying to hit the paper. So we're gonna give it a shot. Okay, this 22-250 definitely turned out to be our best shooter. Up here you can see the 308 we was getting sighted in here, and it eventually came up to a pretty decent group there. But now this is the 22-250, and this was just unbelievably good. I had one flinch, but I knew when I shot I'd flinched, so I'm not going to count that. And then we hit here, and then we moved a little bit, and we got all these right here. So that's a really good group, and I'm tickled to death to get that at 100 yards. Just got back from the range. My father-in-law helped me sight in all these guns, and also my Ruger 1022s. Just a heck of a productive day. Let's talk about these triggers. They felt a lot nicer in the field. I have yet to test them. I'm going to do that right now. But whatever it did, I can guarantee you it definitely reduced the trigger pull on all these. And the 22-250, it was hitting groups I just couldn't believe for a gun I paid $165, including shipping out the door. That's FFL and everything, $165. And I've got not more than a $40 Bushnell scope on there. I think the regular like 80. I mean, basically about $200 I've got in that rifle, that 22-250, and I'm able to hit groups of less than half an inch at 100 yards. Here's the 22-250. And looks like just about 4 pounds. 250, a little under 5 pounds there. And that time it was definitely a little bit under 5 pounds. So 270, a little bit under 5 pounds. 270, and just a little bit under 5 pounds. Looks like about 4.5 pounds. 270, third attempt, and just about 4.5, maybe a little bit more than 4.5 pounds. Okay, 308. Looks like about 3.5 pounds. 308, second round. Just under 4. 308, third time. Just about 4 pounds.